Right guys, welcome into the cockpit of the A380, where we are nearly into Sydney now. We are, how far out are we? 242 miles. We are 80 miles or so from top of descent. I've started the video a little earlier than
Qantas 45 Chaseplane Addons.
I wanted to, just because quite a bit's been happening. So we've got ATC coming into Sydney here. It's only centre.
412 descent 5000.
That's Dallas. Dallas.
Descent 5000 number 212.
The plane didn't do automatic step climbs, so when I had a 6-hour nap,
Emirates 412 at Tammy, turn left heading 330.
So when I went to sleep. He was step climbing and got a better speed. Well, I've now tried to boost that speed by going up to Mach 8.4.
Rapid 10, respond to.
But apart from that,
Respond 1 negative, that's at Tammy, cancel start, heading 330.
we've been cleared onto the Rivet 3 arrival
Apologies,
onto 16 right,
330,
which is what we plan to do when we left Dubai, so that's always, it's good. It means we don't have to go and fiddle around with the FMC. We've got our minimums. I've never actually set minimums on this aircraft, and the reason is I'm a bit confused of how to do it on this particular aircraft. So we've got standard. Minimums is 210, so we know minimums is 210, so we'll fly down. We've been cleared to flight level 250 at our leisure. So
139 confirmed, that was score 325.
we'll start descending in 60 miles or so, just to give us that little bit of leeway there.
Rex 179, no problem, report everyone.
Down at our start, I've just been looking at the arrival at Charlie Foxtrot 16 right. We should be around 3,000 feet, not 2,000, so that's one thing just to be aware of. We were flying at Mach 8.8.
Squawk 326.
But I boosted up to Mach 8.4 because I was looking at our fuel flow compared to our flight plan, and we have 40,000 pounds more fuel than what our flight plan was saying we'd have at this point. Or that's just about an hour ago, so we had 40,000 pounds more fuel than it said we would have, so I've just bumped up the speed to Mach 8.4, which the engines don't seem to like. They seem to be going up and down quite a lot. That's not to worry. Sydney is quite busy. Right now there are four planes on arrival, on approach. I'm the 5th. We've also got on Vactastic saying there's 11 arrivals, so there's quite a few planes. There's quite a few planes on the ground. There is a nice sunset, as you just saw outside. We'll flick through these views here. So we will be landing into the dark, which I don't know if I'm happy about that. I mean, we took off in the dark. We flew. Had dawn just past the Maldives, and it started getting really bumpy. Some pretty bad weather. Just south.
Identified, passing 8,700 feet. Continue climb flight level 3.
Southeast of the Maldives, we had some pretty bad weather, but that seems to have cleared up coming down here. That's been quite smooth for the last few hours. I am looking forward to getting into the ground though. It's been a lot of fun. So the Rivet arrival, we'll go and check that out. We'll get it up. No, plan page. And we'll step through, so. Oh, there we go, I knew there was something. So what we want to do is Tessat with the delete Tessat. Delete Tessat. And probably delete Boogie. And whatever. What Tammy? Why is there a Tammy now? What's Tammy doing? There we go. And that will keep us nice and flight fast.
164, your flight plans will be mile and 3 arrival, runway 16 left, and ready descent flight level 250. On 164 for mile and 3 arrival, runway 16 left, and we'll descend to flight level 250.
So, Bingham, okay. That's all fine.
No, there's a 462. Can I quickly go,
we're going to go ahead and start sending down now to 3250. Air traffic control's already said we can descend down. Right clicking on here descends us in thousands.
Right now, heading 090.
1-0.
290 from Calvin 890.
What altitude do we need to be at? 320, so we'll be fine. Melbourne Centre, Qantas 2 descending flight level 250. I don't know what's happening to the speed there. In fact, we'll go ahead and reduce.
Emirates 412, descent 3010, right, heading 050.
Yeah, I don't know what the throttle was doing.
050 and then 3000 from Emirates 12.
And Emirates 129, we
We'll just manually fly the throttle down
Emirates 179, go ahead.
until we get
Emirates 179,
down to the speed.
Tracking up down from 3. Mega 33 and 5 now.
I believe Sydney's over there.
Emirates 179, outside copies are you're identified, cleared to Sydney by Amiga Flytampa Sydney. Climb flight level 130.
In fact, we'll put it up to 300.
Cleared to Sydney by Amiga Flytampa Sydney, level 130.
Well, I just want to see what happens and see how the auto throttle
That evening, this Qantas
works with
169
this.
on the ground in Melbourne. We've already received our IFR clearance to Sydney. We've just lost the centre that we're on here, so we're switching over to you. Just request pushback and start, thanks.
Yeah, I want to stay around 300, so I don't know what it's doing.
Push and start through,
If it starts going over, we'll slow it down. Oh, I know what it's doing. We'll go to performance, activate the approach mode. I thought that would have done something.
462, push and start correction, jet start 462, push and start approved.
Throttle line descend, there we go.
462.
That's what we did wrong. Right, we'll go ahead and fill out
989, clear the ILS approach runway
the
16
FMC stuff. I'll just get up YSSY Meta.
Yeah, 16 flat for Kelly 989, quarter southwest.
So what we have is winds 160 at 10. 160 slash. Oh. We have to scroll. 60/0. Temperature is 21. And the QNH is 1003. 1003. We're using a full config, so we don't need to touch any of that. That is 210. Decision height. That's what we need to do. That's all set up. So it actually needs to be on descend and then throttle idle, which is fine. We'll go ahead and put the seatbelt signs on at this point. There we go. And we're all good. So yeah, it's going to be a dark arrival, which I don't know.
179, start clearance available.
179er. That's not us.
Next 129, go ahead.
Next 179, your start clearance is the 060 arrival, runway 16. Ready, actually for now maintain flight level 130.
Catalyst. Okay, that's all on.
Arrival 1.
So what we need to be at Rivet and Bigham. Bigham we need to be at 8,000 feet, so that waypoint there, 8,000. So we'll see what happens.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 969, ready to taxi.
Qantas 969, you can taxi via Tango Alpha Kilo, hold short runway 34.
That's right on the edge of the overspeed.
Taxi via Tango Alpha Kilo, Qantas 969 will report.
Don't know why it's so high.
Tower 989, runway 16 left, clear left.
Chaseplane 16 left for Tower 99.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 2 at flight level 250.
Emirates 412. Emirates 412, turn right, heading 130 to intercept clear LS approach runway 16 right.
So he's vectoring everyone in, so we're going to be not flying the
Flight
Star.
130 clear LS 16 right, we'll report on the fed list. First station calling 164.
We start sending in a bit, but that's all good. Wow, this is very
First station calling say
nice starry. That is very nice. The stars and everything.
Qantas 2, descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Qantas 2. Down to 130.
Well, Lieutenant, good evening. Sing Cargo 3283 on the ground at Sydney, requesting on there to Melbourne.
There we go. And we'll pop on the throttle here. 130, so we'll put it down to 260, the throttle. We'll leave it at 300 actually when we get told to descend below that. Oops.
Sing Cargo 7283, Melbourne Centre, good day. You're cleared to correction, Melbourne via Dina, correction via Wollongong 500. Climb over
something's loading in.
5000, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong position, runway 16 right. Squawk 3261, departure frequencies with me 125.0.
Clear to Melbourne via Wollongong plane route, climb by the 65,000, Dina 7 departure, Wollongong transition, runway 16 right. Squawk 3261.
Dallas is on final now.
5.0,
Behind
Cargo
a
3283.
don't know what airline that is. CAX
Sing Cargo 3280.
Gulfstream.
Melbourne Centre, jet platform 62, ready for taxi.
Just 462, you can taxi via Charlie, cross runway 25, Bravo 10, hold short runway 16 left.
We'll go ahead and hit ILS now. No, we won't actually, we'll do that closer to arrival. There's not really much for us to do right now. I'll just monitor the descent profile. You can see over here, this is Qantas 45. Just taken off out of Sydney, going to Melbourne. It's now 1,300 feet above us. Can you see it? I don't know if you can. Where is it? Basically,
164, descend flight level 180.
there it is. There Qantas 45 is.
Down to 180 for Qantas 164. Rex 179 on when ready, you can descend to 9,000, QNH setting 1003, when ready.
Alright, this plane is due in.
Already 9,001.
So we're in theory after Emirates 412, the next one due in. There's two other aircraft which are due in a few minutes.
Emirates 412, runway 16 right, clear left.
There goes Dallas. There's a few other aircraft
Clear left 16 right, Emirates 412.
either side of us due in. So basically right now we're passing 19,000. We'll be at 13,000 here. We'll be at 8,000 there. So our descent profile right now is looking pretty nice. We will be flying in vectored and headings closer to arrival, which isn't a major issue. When we get onto the ground, gate-wise, probably go and park up. Let's just flick through these charts.
Qantas 969, upon reaching holding point Kilo, runway 34, you're clear to take off. Report air.
Comment 3 Kilo, cleared to take off runway 34. We'll report airborne.
Right, we're probably going to get stand 57 on arrival. If not, we'll have to work. We'll go stand 30 something.
Melbourne Centre, jet platform 62, ready
Right,
for
standard
taxi.
Barrow.
That's 462, cross runway 25 on track.
25.
It's saying 1010, but down in Sydney it's saying 1013. Oh, we'll actually check we'll check nearest airport. Oh, we can't get it yet. That's sometimes a good way of checking. It's using default ATC, just going onto the ATIS of the airport you're arriving into. Okay, we're about to reach 13,000. If we get told to send down below 10, I will put us on speed 240. There we go. Coming up. Hear the engines kicking in there. Oh, we'll leave it actually at 250. That means we can get them a bit quicker.
Number 10, Qantas 969 is airborne out of past through flight level 2.
Qantas 969, Melbourne Center, you identified climb flight level 350.
On the flight level 350, Qantas 969.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 2, flight level 130.
Shortening available. Qantas 2, descend, correction, descend 8000, QNH 1003.
Descend 8000, QNH 1003, Qantas 2.
Qantas 969, track shortening available.
Slow us down 250 knots. Or descending just before.
Copy, Qantas 969.
QNH 1013.
Qantas 969.
So there
If you like, you can track direct Dosel 500.
Track direct to Dosel. Also request cancel speed restrictions. Load.
Qantas 969, cancel the SIP. Track direct Dosel 500 route and cancel speed
we go.
restrictions.
I don't know how to get rid of close one now, I guess.
Track direct to Dosel.
Right, we're
cancel
back past through
speed
12,000, so I'll go ahead and put the landing lights on. Runway
Direct
turn off
on
lights on.
July, leaving flight level 1.
Next one from me.
And when we hit 10,000, I'll go ahead and put. Right, this can stop coming out. We'll go ahead and.
Thank you very much, 412, go to runway 16, right, request parking bay 57.
Dallas is on the ground.
Emirates 412, welcome to Sydney, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 25 to parking, your own discretion. Let's take a hit on Alpha and cross 25, parking, my discretion, Emirates 412. Just 462.
It's going to stand 57, we'll go to stand 10 or 24, which I believe 380 stands. Actually, it says here, so 57. Stand 24 we can go to. Stand 24 we'll go. Stand 24.
Qantas 164, descend, flight level 130.
Sun is disappearing.
Flight level 130 for Qantas 164.
And we're now flying over Australia. I believe we're going to be passing past the city.
Next FX-179, descend to 8,000.
8,000,
8,000, especially at 2 or 3,000 now, so we're fine. Right, 250 knots. 35 miles from Charlie Foxtrot 16 right. It does say there is a plane just out to our left. This does look very nice coming in over Sydney here. There's the plane departing. That is, I believe it's Qantas 4575.
The down at 462 lives off 3,000 feet.
Qantas 2 at flight level 80. Yeah, there we go. So this is, actually it's, I believe that's Jetstar.
Cessna 462, squawk item, break Qantas 2, descend 5,000, cancel the start, turn left heading 340.
Send flight level 50, cancel start, fly heading 340, Qantas 2. So we'll go down to 50. And we'll start heading 340. We'll start slowing us down to 240 knots.
462 requesting further climb.
Just our 462, score plate item, please.
Oh, that's fucking right.
That's 462, verify level.
We'll go ahead and arm the speed brakes. I doubt we'll be using them for the rest of this approach.
Just our 462, verify level.
We're going to go to 280 and then climb to 310 for our cruise.
Just our 462, verify your current level.
So we're at 5,000 feet.
Just our
Okay.
462, climb flight level 310.
1042.
Yeah, that was a 787 departing.
X-179, descend 5,000.
There.
5,000, X-179.
And there's the Gulfstream coming in. I believe it's a Gulfstream.
X-179, disregard bus transmission, make the descent 6,000,
Let's call
please.
it an A321, but it's a
6,000.
Gulfstream on. Fantastic.
Qantas 164, descend 5,000. Down 5,000, Qantas 164.
We'll leave the cabin lights off for now. We'll bring them back on when we get onto the ground. Well, there's going to be a bit of jittery behaviour. Getting there to 5,000 now. Don't think I'll put down the flaps just yet. We'll slow ourselves down to 220 though. We might bring down some flat.
Well, Jameson Cargo 7283 request push and start onto Alpha.
Cargo 7283, Melbourne Centre, push and start.
Push and start cruise, team progress 2283.
Level Center Qantas 2 at flight level 50. We'll bring that flaps on now.
Qantas 2 maintain, actually correction, sorry, for now maintain 5,000.
Okay, sweet ass. So we're just gonna maintain here and carry on flying out.
Qantas 2 turn right heading 030.
030 Qantas 2. I don't want to keep on saying Emirates. 030.
Qantas 164 cancel the star, turn right heading 300. Accept the ILS approach runway 16.
We're going to arm the glide slope and localizer.
Cancel star right heading 300, expecting ILS 16 left, Qantas 154. Also, would it be possible to get the QNH Sydney?
Can't slowing ourselves down.
Jet star 164, QNH 100.
100.
Qantas 164, would you mind saying it again, please?
Qantas 164, QNH 1003.
We're now flaps 2.
QNH 1003, awesome.
Just below the limit of how fast we can be going for flaps 2. Thrust engaging that.
Jet star 462, transponder reset, squawk 323.
Move the airports over there.
3232, is it?
Jet star 462, AFM 3232.
3232, 462.
Rex 179, descend 4010, left heading 350.
4,000 left on the 350.
Qantas 2, descend 3000.
Descend 3000, Qantas 2.
179, just confirming that was 4,000.
There we go.
Once again, AFM 4000, left heading 350.
Just let us down to 180 knots. Right, we're nearly there. We'll turn right in a second. Guessing we'll get vectored onto it. That's the final. Speed-wise, let's have a look at performance. 140, so 145. Decision height 210. There's
Qantas 2, turn right heading 12, correction 130, correction 120.
turn right heading 120, Qantas 2. It's probably because I've flown Emirates quite a lot on VATSIM, haven't really flown Qantas, so it's just kicking in. 120. 120, there we go. Now we'll bring that down to that.
Qantas 164, descend 4,000.
So we've got the Gulfstream here, and the 73 over here. When we hit the glide slope, I will reduce our speed to 145 knots.
Qantas 2, clear to the ILS, originally 16 right, report established.
Cleared ILS 16 right, report when established. Qantas 2. That's a bit delayed there.
Approach 179, descend 4,000, correction, descend 3,000.
Bring it onto the ILS here.
3,000 reach 170.
Approach 179, caution, wake turbulence proceeding, A380 aircraft.
Reach 179, alright, thank you.
I really want to turn right a little bit. I'm not going to. Just yet. If we get a bit closer and we're not still alive on the localizer, I will turn us to the right. How it? 2,500. Yeah, the localizer is coming alive, so. Is it? I want to say it is. Oh, I've still got a bit to fly. It's not the biggest of issues. Caning it over this terrain. The airport's there. Right, I'm gonna. The localizer's coming alive now, so that's all good.
I'm taking that Qantas 460 clearance to Sydney.
Qantas 2 established on localizer. 16 right. That all just came out a bit awkwardly there, but it's all good.
Qantas 2, runway 16 right, clear right.
Good land, runway 16 right, Qantas 2. Yeah, we overshot that localizer, but that's life. It'll bring us around onto it. Glide slope. We're alive on the glide slope. We'll start slowing us down to 145 knots. I don't bother using auto brake in the 380 just because of the because it just deaccelerates way too quickly and unrealistically.
Qantas 462, number Tango A, clear to Sydney via Docile 500, climb by the SID to 5,000, Docile
Frames are going to start decreasing in a second.
63 departures, 125.0. Docile on departure line 345, SID to 5,000, Sport 3263, Qantas 462, departure view.
2,500, flaps 3, gear down.
Qantas 164, turn left heading 170, intercept localizer. Clear ILS, approach runway 16 left.
And we'll bring down flaps 4 when the gear's all green.
Left heading 170.
Frames are dying a little bit with the traffic around.
Clear ILS, approach runway 16
Approach 179 to turn right, heading 120 to intercept clear ILS, approach runway 16 right, report us up.
120, clear ILS 1 right, and report
Qantas 164, just confirm up. We clear you for ILS runway 16 left or 16 right?
It's runway 16 left, so Qantas 164.
Qantas 164, not a problem.
That's Sydney, 10 FPS.
Just
Bit
462
sad,
frequency.
seeing as we're getting solid 20, but it's the traffic.
Say again, please.
Just 462 score for the item, please, and verify.
What's it saying?
Okay.
130, so we can actually slow it down 5 more knots. We have to slow it down to 140 knots.
No, is anything cargo 7283 request taxi runway 16 right? Sing cargo 7283 taxi Alpha 1 hold short runway 16 right. Alpha 1 hold short 16 right, sing cargo 7283.
Qantas 164, establishing a equalizer, runway 16 left.
Qantas 164, runway 16 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 16 left, Qantas 164.
The frames are a bit dead, haven't flown with these frames for a while, so it's going to be entertaining.
Proceeding Qantas A380.
8380.
Roger, Qantas 164.
Why are the frames so
Qantas 4575 requesting flight clearance from Sydney to Christchurch.
Right, let's fly it manually from here, because we're getting pushed off course a bit.
Don't sink.
I've flown with a lot worse frames than this.
Qantas 4575,
It's sad to say, but true.
Christchurch via Cowley Flight 500. Climb via the 55,000 KMP5 radar departure runway 16 right.
Okay, we're a bit low.
3255 departure frequency
Not to worry.
120, that's correction 125, decimal 0.
Don't sink.
We'll get us a line on the localizer, glide slip.
Clear to Christchurch by departure 16 right 5000, score 3255, Qantas 4575.
Well, this is one big freeze. Is it going to recover? Just. I don't know what's going on. It's completely frozen.
Don't sink.
Oh, there we go. I guess it was loading something in.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
500.
Okay, 500
Don't
feet.
sink. Don't sink.
Let's
Don't
hope
sink.
this goes well.
Don't sink.
Okay, we've about to hit minimums. We continue, we can see the runway.
Don't sink.
Minimums.
Yep, continue.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Oh, that was a bit of...
Don't sink.
50, 40, 30, 20. Recon. 10.
It's alright. Let's try and keep it on the runway. We'll turn off our landing lights because they're going to get really annoying. Not going to turn on taxi lights. Can we taxi off there? No. Follow it down to the next taxiway. And we'll start bringing up our flat.
39, which tower?
13 hours 44. We'll hit the clock.
Correction 169.
Requesting speed up to times 4.
There we go. We'll taxi off there.
Just on 462, standby 1, break bricks 179, descend to...
We'll taxi off the next one.
Runway 16 right.
We'll try to get
turbulence proceeding A380
the taxi lights.
parallel
There we go.
737-800, 10 miles. Runway 16 right, clear to land.
16 right, clear to land and contact traffic direction.
We'll taxi off
Runway
there.
available for vacant.
Overhead, we can go turn the strobe lights off. Everything else I'm going to leave.
Rex 179 AFM, you can vacate left on runway 07.
Left on 07, Rex 139, thanks so much.
Melbourne Centre, Qantas 2 vacated runway 16 right.
Qantas 2, welcome to Sydney taxi via Alpha Cross runway 07, Golf to the back.
Taxi via Alpha, cross runway 07, taxi to stand of choice. And Qantas 2. Still saying it. Taxi straight down here.
Qantas 4575, request pushback clearance.
Qantas 4575, pushing star approved.
East Channel 4575.
See these other aircraft landing whilst we taxi down.
3283 behind the arriving Saab 340, runway 16.
Our frames have died, but I've had a lot. Yeah, I've had worse.
Line runway behind the arriving Saab 340, Singapore 7283.
Start the APU.
Qantas 154, clear of runway 16 left at Tango 3.
Qantas 164, welcome to Sydney taxi via Tango Lima.
Don't know what's going on over there. What? Is that the Emirates triple? Is that Dallas? Seems like it probably would be Dallas.
Qantas 164, taxi via Tango Lima, Bravo, hold short runway 07.
Right.
Taxi Tango Lima Bravo, hold short 07, Qantas 154.
Qantas 164.
So it's alright for a 1620 knot crosswind landing. Not too much, but still enough to give the plane.
Just for Sydney
Ooh.
2.
Gates. Want to go to gate 50, 58. Well, 58.
Just 462 approved
Classic.
increase in rate 4 times.
Ground service would be.
Wilco goes to 4 times, that's 162.
All stations, stand by 1.
Alright, we'll taxi across 07 here, and we'll turn left. There's Jetstar 78. Oh. I'll stay on the outside to taxi in these last few minutes. Do love Flytampa Sydney. There's a 321 getting pushed back. It's probably not a 321, but V-pilot doesn't know what the hell it is. And we're going to go on to Stam 58. Dallas, the Emirates triple. His YouTube channel is Planesfreak1903, I believe. So go watch his videos. I believe he's uploading his approach into Sydney this evening, so you can see it from his opinion. Oh, it's the these lights.
Qantas 969, start contact.
Copy, Deno, ready for Stapler.
Qantas 969, start clearance is the Rebooted through runway 16 right when ready descent, flight level 250.
Clear River 3, arrival, runway 16 right, initial descent is flight level 250, Qantas 969.
Right, we're coming on the stand. Oh,
Qantas 969.
we'll start slowing it down.
QFA2 haircut.
And
That's just our 423.
a few more feet to go.
QFA2 Melbourne regulate score 3254.
And we'll park up right there. Gonna shut down the engines.
Just our 423. Right, 139 on my left on 07144.
And, well, the jetways aren't working. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that first full flight video from Dubai down to Sydney with Dallas there. It was a bit of fun to fly. The frames have died because of these lights and the traffic, but that's not to worry, we just managed to land it still. So that's all good. We'll probably be back with another few videos in the next few weeks. Not too sure. Tell me what you want in the comments. Anyway, until then, have a good evening and goodbye.
Let it go.